What is up, everybody? We are live with another banger, and we are tracking the electron votes. So let's go ahead and get into it. 1 second.
Decision to vote. That's followed by about 4 in 10 who said the rising cost of groceries and gas was the most important factor. So once again, the economy is looming large.
Definitely. And again, going back to what we were saying earlier about what voters have said is really top of mind for them. One of those most important issues at stake in the campaign, we're seeing that now bearing out in the choices that they're making.
Absolutely. Following that is 3 in 10 who said free speech. And then we have about a quarter of those abortion was the single most important factor in their decision.
Interesting. Again, mirroring a lot of things that I remember hearing along the campaign trail for these several years. What about trust in their candidates? How important does that seem to be to voters?
Well, what we know is that Trump has an advantage on which candidate they trust to do a better job handling immigration as well as the economy. But interestingly, when it comes to taxes, voters are divided, with similar shares saying that they trust Trump as say that they trust Harris. Harris, on the other hand, has a strong advantage on handling of abortion issues in this country.
Interesting to see those breakdowns on issues that we know voters have been following really closely throughout the campaign. But what about confidence in the accuracy of the outcome tonight? That is something that has been present pretty much in every story that I've been reading about the campaign. We're hearing about it a lot from the candidates. What are the voters saying?
Well, some good news. So about 7 in 10 voters are confident that the votes will be counted accurately across the country. Just 4 in 10 are very confident, but this actually hasn't changed from 2020.
That would certainly, I think, bode well for overall. So we'll see.
We'll see as the night plays out.
Yeah, thank you so much. Really appreciate your insights on all of that. We will leave you now with some live voting pictures from North Carolina, where polls will soon be closing. It's also the battleground state with the 8th largest haul of electoral votes tonight. Back in a moment.
About what might happen tonight, hoping that we will have results by tonight. See, right, Martha?
We will see. National has an 8 phone in Jesse Jackson.
So the Nelson or senior White House correspondent Becky Heinrich, who is an NRS campaign headquarters at Howard University this evening in Washington. Hi, Stephanie.
Hey, Martha, you can hear the mic checks behind me. People are starting to trickle in, but make no mistake, nobody here is really feeling very comfortable tonight. The campaign maintains that they have multiple paths to 270. The campaign manager, Kamala, said that the margins are very close. She's never seen concerts to be a historically close election. There has been a massive effort to get out the vote, get people to the polls, and get them to stay in line because they saw that high Republican participation in early voting, and that really spooked them because it skewed the results that typically show Democrats leading in the early vote in previous cycles with more Republicans voting on election day. There is a lot of concern about Pennsylvania. I'm 61% close to the Vice President. It puts extra pressure on states like Michigan, North Carolina, Georgia, and Nevada. And that might be why we're getting our first glimpse of farm data from campaign officials that focus on certain states, including the young voters and Puerto Rican voters. In Philadelphia, they say positive signs for those guys.
Our this tickle on the screen. We have the votes that are coming in right now. We have New Hampshire and Indiana. Some votes, early votes coming in throughout the night. You see different races, including the presidential race. Outside the screen, sometimes we'll have the Fox News weather analysis, poll numbers, and we want to dig into those.
Yeah, so obviously this might be residual trickles that are coming in, but they were new technology that will be we are seeing responses analysis so far of people are looking for change resurrection. Those that responded to us, 56% say that you're talking about people change. Who's watching that? So many say that in mind, I can support technology. This is our key message. If you want to the country, I see some areas in the Northwest.
And cast there. People are saying it's going to be historic in itself, but that's also bringing in the whole gender divide, the gender gap, and how it could just be 2024. That said, speaking of the swing, the big talk. What Pennsylvania has in store for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris. That surely is the big prize this election. Election 2024, people say, is going to come down to Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Michigan. And whoever gets the three of them is basically going to the White House next. Is that your assessment as well?
Yes, and I'm not an expert in this kind of thing. There are people who know far more about this than I do. Chief among them, I would say David Plouffe, a senior advisor.
Has been, and that's also seen a certain set of ramifications back in the United States. So what do you make of the overall scenario, Xenia?
So, it's interesting, right? On the one hand is definitely the policy debate, the debate on, key issues that for which voters will be casting their vote in this election, in the 2024 election, which are, of course,